the mayor of New York City, Eric Adams, has been officially indicted by federal prosecutors on charges of corruption. Unsurprising to me, Adams faces federal charges related to soliciting and accepting illegal campaign contributions. Prosecutors charged Adams with conspiracy to commit wire fraud, bribery, and 2 counts of soliciting contributions from foreign nationals. Now, the foreign nationals in question are Turkish in origin. So now these charges arise from an investigation into Adams' 2021 mayoral campaign and his connections with government officials of the Erdogan regime. So for nearly a decade, the indictment reads, Adams sought and accepted improper valuable benefits such as luxury international travel, including from wealthy foreign business people and at least one Turkish government official seeking to gain influence over him. So now this started allegedly in 2018 when Adams accepted and sought illegal campaign contributions to his upcoming 2020 mayoral campaign through businesses which circumvented the city's ban on corporate contributions by funneling their donations through multiple employees. Not only that, but there's a senior in the Turkish diplomatic establishment who facilitated many straw donations to the mayor, also arranging for him and his posse to receive free or discounted travel on Turkey's national airline, which is owned in significant part by the Turkish government. And while he was in Turkey, Adams and his companions received free rooms at opulent hotels, free meals at high-end restaurants, and free luxurious entertainment. Now, of course, Adams is accused of not disclosing these travel benefits as required by New York City employees. And nobody gives these gifts, of course, without wanting any, kind of thing in return. And of course, in September 2021, Turkish official had told Adams, it's time to pay up. We did many nice things and nice favors for you, so now we expect something in return. So what was that? Apparently, he pressured the New York City Fire Department to facilitate the opening of a new Turkish consular building without a fire inspection. Well, that's a very interesting thing. No fire inspection. Huh. Now, Adams pressured at the NY to approve the building. So, yeah, there you go. Now, Adams also was alleged to have tried to hide his conduct by deleting messages and changing the password to his phone. So there's the cover-up part of this alleged crime. Now, the mayor has touted his ties to the city's Turkish-American community and said he had visited the country at least 6 or 7 times, and now we know why. So, now that said, prior to the indictment being unsealed, Adams released this video statement that, to me, seems a bit Trumpian.
My fellow New Yorkers, it is now my belief that the federal government intends to charge me with crimes. If so, these charges will be entirely false, based on lies. But they would not be surprising. I always knew that if I stood my ground for all of you, that I would be a target, and a target I became. For months, leaks and rumors have been aimed at me in an attempt to undermine my credibility and paint me as guilty. Just this past week, they searched the home of our new police commissioner, looking for documents from 20 years ago, just 1 week after he joined my administration. Enough. I will fight these injustices with every ounce of my strength and my spirit.
So, unsurprisingly, he categorically denies all the charges. All right. But going into the justice system, kind of a MAGA play, isn't it? The federal government, they're coming to indict me. They're all lies. Wait, at the time, none of the charges were, the indictment was sealed. And now we know the details. But it's no, they're lies. 100%. So this guy was a cop, and has a long history of corruption. Okay, alleged corruption, going all the way back into the 1990s. In fact, I highly recommend you check out Olayemi Aloran. She's been doing many deep dives on Eric Adams' corruption for some time now. Her channel, Aloranati on YouTube. Get those details. I'll put the link to her channel in the description. Again, she has many, many deep dives where she goes into detail on Eric Adams. So now that said, people in New York City, not exactly happy with Adams. In fact, he was shouted down by protesters as he was set to deliberate a press conference outside of his house at Gracie Mansion.
This is not a black thing. This is a youth thing. This is a youth thing, Eric Adams. This is not a black thing. Your policies are anti-black. You are a disgrace to all black people in this city. The things that you have done are unconscionable. You hurt our schools. Our streets are dirty. Our children are harassed by the police. This is ridiculous.
So as we're waiting for Mayor Adams to speak, it sounds like he's being heckled by a protester, and you can hear through what sounds to be one of those speaker phones, one of those megaphones.
Megaphone.
And so Mayor Adams is waiting for that person to stop. Let's listen to Mayor Adams.
After he was done with his presser, you had more protesters that were out there chanting "resign" as he was walking away from the podium. So, well, and that's kind of the difference between Democrats and MAGA. For MAGA, the crowd would be like, "Witch hunt!" But at least, you know, Democrats do seem to hold their own accountable. So, and look at Bob Menendez, Anthony Weiner, Andrew Cuomo. Okay? Now, that said, I love how MAGA claims that conservatives are being targeted by lawfare. This is a corrupt DOJ that is targeting political opponents. Really? That same DOJ has hit Democrats for corruption. Also, Hunter Biden. Okay, I know. Look, I'm pretty sure what the play here is going to be by Adams. Is like, they're targeting me because I was questioning Biden's immigration policies. Or it could be that the Department of Justice is actually, I don't know, doing their jobs and going after criminals. I know. Now, that said, Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is one of the biggest Democrats that has called on Adams to resign for the good of the city. She said this, quote, "I do not see how Mayor Adams can continue governing New York City. The flood of resignations and vacancies are threatening government function. Nonstop investigations will make it impossible to recruit and retain a qualified administration. For the good of the city, he should resign." So she's the most notable, but not alone. Joining her is former New York City mayoral candidate Andrew Yang, New York City Comptroller Brad Lander, former New York City Comptroller Scott Stringer, New York State Senators John Liu, Gustavo Rivera, Julia Salazar, and Jabari Brisport, and City Council members Tiffany Caban, Alex Avilas, and Shekhar Krishnan, among many others. So, that said, AOC being the most notable there, I guess along with Andrew Yang, you don't have a lot of other big Democrats like Kathy Hochul, who is the governor. She has not weighed in yet. Okay, now she has the power to remove him from office. Now, if she does, then Jumaane Williams would step in and act as the acting mayor. But so far, like I said, hasn't really weighed in yet, along with other more prominent Democrats. Now, of course, that could change in the next couple of days, and so we'll have to see. But that said, right now, things are not looking good for Eric Adams. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.